The DMV Hoops Podcast.
This is Jonathan Scribner, head girls basketball coach at St. John's College High School, and this is the DMV Hoops Podcast.
Welcome to the DMV Hoops Podcast. This is Kurt Cross. We are broadcasting live, of course, from the Capital Hoops Summer League right here at DeMatha in Hyattsville, Maryland. We've had a day of games, and I have none other than Mr. Andre Hunter from St. Stephen, St. Agnes. Mr. Hunter, you played there, you coached there, you just got off the court. Unfortunately, I only have the halftime stat sheet. Give me that final score, Coach.
I don't even know. Normally, I don't even pay attention to the score. I'm really focused on what they're doing on the court.
It's summertime, right?
Summertime. It's time to get better.
So what are you looking to do in the summertime?
I'm looking to get the guys to jail, right? Definitely with DMV Live coming up in June, trying to get the guys on the same page, making sure they understand how to play together. We got some new guys. We got some old guys returning, guys filling different roles. So, you know, that's what the summer is about, right? That's why we come to Capital Hoops. Mark does a great job with this event. We have great teams in it where you can compete. You can kind of figure out who your guys are without trying to overcoach throughout the summer.
Right, it doesn't go in the state record book, so you can toy with some things, right?
Absolutely. You get to figure out who you guys are, like what lineups work well, what lineups look good together, who plays well together, what sets work, what sets don't. That's kind of what it's all about, just kind of figure it out. So when DMV Live comes, we're ready to rock and roll.
Now, I have not followed you super closely, but I will tell you my daughter has played over at the Holton Arms School, so we've been out to the Saints a few times.
Absolutely.
Right? And 23-8 last year, right?
Yes.
23-8 last year. What holes do you have to fill from last year? Did you graduate much?
Yeah, my bigs. Riley Jacobs and Colin Pollock, they both graduated. One's going to UMBC, one was going to Navy. They did a lot for us, right? Definitely at the anchor spot, Riley Jacobs was all-world, and he was unreal. But I think the guys that was with him that came back learned a lot from him, was able to grab a lot from using him, learning how to play the game. So we're trying to fill that role. We do got some big kids coming in. Didn't play today, but they'll be in next Friday and then probably next week. So just trying to fill that, but right now, you know, being that we return our guards, kind of really focusing on that, right? Trying to make sure we can establish being the better backcourt. We got a lot of shooters, so, you know, we got some things to work with, some things to figure out. This
is what I heard. You graduate one to UMBC and one to Navy.
Yes.
Are you more proud of where the boys are going next or the ball that they played?
Where they going next? It's always about, you know, them growing and developing, right? Both of them great institutions, both of them great young men, right? And that's what I'm most proud about, like, who are they when they leave you, right? Basketball is going to be basketball. There's a lot of great coaches around here that can teach you basketball, right? But to see those guys turn into great young men is what I'm most proud about, for sure.
Who they are when they leave you. I like that line.
That's the most important thing.
Who they are. So where does your basketball DNA come from?
I'm from Alexandria, Virginia. So, you know, I'm a DMV native, but, you know, Alexandria's where it comes from, for real. You know,
would you have been a T.C. Williams guy?
I would have been. I would have been. My brother graduated from T.C. Williams. My family went to T.C. Williams, which is now Alexandria City. So, you know, I'm an Alexandria guy, you know, competitive basketball, just playing against older guys all the time, being in the gym all the time. That's kind of where my roots come from, kind of who I developed, you know, as a guy, as a player. And that kind of traveled with, you know, high school through college and so on.
You're one of the younger coaches. I've seen some of the older coaches.
Thank you.
I've seen some old heads come through here, but you touched on something that each coach or former player, meaning like in their 30s, 40s, or 50s, has said, you played with older guys.
Absolutely. I was the younger brother, right? I was the younger brother of two at the time. You know, my older brother Cliff Hawkins played in Kentucky. You know, my brother Richard Hunter, he was one of the top guys in our city of Alexandria. You know, so playing against them, hanging with them, playing against those guys, open gym with those guys.
You had no choice.
You had no choice, right? I didn't hang with younger guys, so, you know, I was always the little guy on the court. I was always, you know, the guy that shouldn't be as good as everyone else. But just learning to compete, right? I think that's kind of what I kind of bring in with my coaching as well. Like, really try to get the kids to learn to compete. I feel like if you can compete, you can play hard, right? Talent gonna be talent, right? If you can compete every possession, that talent will have to really work, will have to really show.
So you're in the DMV. You've got the IAC, you got the ISL, you got the PVAC, you got the MAC, you got the WCAC. There's so much good basketball out here. What I want our audience to know, and maybe you can speak to that, is like on the girls' side, if you don't go to St. John's or Elizabeth Seton, there's some opportunities for you.
No, absolutely.
On the boys' side, if you don't go to St. John's or Ireton or even DeMatha, where we are here, there's some opportunities. What draws the young men to your program?
Opportunity, right? We are a smaller school, right? And IAC is really competitive, right? Like,
right.
So let's not act like it's not a place to really go get some good
Are y'all playing St. Andrews?
We play them. We normally play a lot of the MAC schools.
Right.
We normally play one of them every year. We do the IAC MAC Challenge.
Right.
So the IAC is great basketball.
That's where I saw you. It was at Georgetown Prep this year.
Yep.
I called those games. That's where I saw you. Okay, we figured it out.
Yeah, so, it's great basketball, but, it's opportunity, right? Of course, the WCAC, what they have established and what they have developed, normally get the best talent, right? Get the bigger guys. That's kind of where people want to go to get seen.
Right.
But what you're starting to see is a lot of other kids want to play, want to get opportunity to be on the floor, and want to get opportunity to do some of the things that they've been working on, right? So for us, that's the big thing is we're allowing our kids to get opportunities, right? I started a freshman last year. I started a freshman the year before that. And done well, right? So, just forcing guys to grow up a little faster. So, teaching them a little differently.
Right.
Not really relying on a whole bunch of talent, but more so just work ethic. Working through it, figuring it out, getting back to the drawing board, working on your weaknesses, making them strengths. And it's a progress, right? It's throughout the season. It's not a get a guy and he's ready to rock and roll right now. Even right now, I got 2 freshmen and 4 sophomores, right?
Okay.
So, just learning to grow, learning to develop, learning to be better basketball players is what we try to make sure that we get out of.
And you get better at basketball by playing basketball.
Playing basketball.
Right? But I'm looking at 23 wins. So we talk about other schools outside of the WCAC who are starting to get some shine. I mean, you've got, why can't I say his name? Caleb down at Sidwell, right?
Yep.
Came from Sidwell. And you've got some other schools where you're getting big names and these kids are getting opportunities. I want to see the Saints on there. So when are we going? I expect you to rise up some youngins too, and that be the place to go, right? What kind of time frame? And I don't want to put you under the gun here, but are you expecting to see that kind of turn for your program where kids are drawn to it in the next few years? Are you seeing it now?
I'm seeing it now, right? We're starting to have to do a little less recruiting, right?
Okay, good.
We're being sought out, and most of it is the production we've done, right? Like people see guys are sitting on other people's bench come to us and do well, right? Or they see guys are not being highly recruited by some of these other schools come to us and do well. So people are starting to see, and it's a progression, right? First 20-win season, right? So it wasn't just didn't happen, right? Those guys I had for 3 years, right? I had Riley Jacobs for 3 years. I had Colin for 2 years. I had Julian Burdoff now going on my 4th year. So it's the buildup of just growing them, right? And it's not going to happen overnight. But when it does happen, it's timing, right? It's the right time. Like, as long as we compete, we play hard, we're going to win games. People want to come to us, great. People don't, cool. Right? We're going to coach whatever we got.
We're going to see you down the road regardless, right?
Hey, you got to come see it.
So I'm not the person who's going to interview you and put you on the hot seat.
I'm cool with that.
So, but I'm going to ask you, what do you look forward to come November 1? When you assemble your team, I know you're going to be, in the fall, you're going to be lifting weights, you're going to be having open gyms and all that. What can we look forward to seeing?
How competitive they are, right? I think this team should be extremely scrappy. It should be really hard to score. Like, if you don't have guards, you're going to be in trouble, right? We're going to really get after it. We're really going to get up. We're really going to touch. The rest will have to tell them pull back, right? It's going to be. I'm excited to see that. I think I have those type of guys. I think they have that type of mindset. Getting the guys that already know to get the younger guys to come with. That's what I'm more excited about, how hard we're going to play. And it has to be that way. We're not as big, right? We're not as talented, but I think we can play hard, and we got guys that can really, really play basketball. So, I'm more excited about that.
The point guard position, the post position, what is it that, if you're starting a team from scratch, for me, I want a big man, but I'm old school. What do you want if you start from scratch?
I'm a point guard. I need a point guard. If I can win that guard battle, you're going to have trouble, right?
Okay.
We can double the big. We can push him off the block.
Right.
But if you don't have a guy that can really run the show, that's why I love Julian Burdoff, right? He's so efficient. Like, he goes at his own pace. He doesn't turn the ball over. He can really shoot it at a really high level. Man, he was a 3-to-1 assist turnover ratio last year, all year. You know what I'm saying? Like, he averaged 13 points a game for us last year. He shot the ball at like 43%.
He was a junior?
He's a junior last year. He's a senior this year. So, like, for me, that's huge. Like, if I have a point guard, we can figure everything else out, right?
Okay.
And that's always my mindset.
Because he's got to be you junior, right?
He has to be me on the floor.
Right.
He has to be me on the floor. He has to be an extension of everything that I'm trying to make happen. And if he can't, we're going to be in trouble, right? Now we got to figure something out. And on the flip side, if your point guard can't handle it, I feel like we can win that battle. Right. It's going to be a long night, no matter what kind of size you got.
All right. Give me right now. People are listening. We've had all kinds of folks on this podcast. I actually had Kevin Jones from St. Andrews. Okay. He was on here last week in the studio. Why I'm new to basketball. You're dropping me right here in the gym. Why should I watch St. Stephen St. Agnes?
You're going to see good basketball, right? Whether you understand basketball or not, you're going to learn watching, right? Because of how we play, how we do things.
Okay.
We try to stay away from the whole one-on-one, right? The bad shots. Like, you're going to see good ball movement. You're going to see guys playing hard. You're going to see guys cheering for each other. You're going to see guys making plays for each other and not necessarily themselves. And you're going to just enjoy watching it, right? Even if you don't know basketball, just like if you go watch volleyball, you know when it's good volleyball or not, right? Like, you know when it's good baseball or not. It's just the understanding of how to play. And I think that's what you're going to get when you watch it. You're going to get good basketball.
All right, so I lied. I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Minnesota, OKC, who's going to win that series?
I like OKC.
You're the first person tonight to say that.
I like OKC.
Everybody going with Ant-Man.
I mean, Ant-Man is tough. I think Ant-Man he can take over, right?
Right.
But I think on the other side, you got another guy that can really
Canadian boy.
Oh, man. The pace he play with, some of the shots he shoot. Right. He's one of the guys, he gets other guys going. I think if Ant-Man gets going, he gets going, right?
Okay.
On the flip side, I think he gets the guys around him going, even though he's going, right? They feed off of that, which I think is the difference between the two.
All right. So,
but I think either one can win, right? It's not a guarantee, right? It's one of those, whoever had a better night is going to win. But it's going to be a good series for sure.
All right, so Knicks-Pacers.
I would say the Knicks.
It's hard to go against the Knicks, ain't it?
It's hard. They play so hard, man.
Right.
They play so hard. They play together, right? They got a point guard that can really run the show.
Right, okay.
Like, so it's hard to go against them. I don't think the Pacers are as consistent.
Right.
I think they're too up and down for playoff basketball.
Okay.
So I think the Knicks will win that series.
All right. Well, look, we have the 23-8 St. Stephen St. Agnes. Mr. Andre Hunter went there, coaches there. First 20-win season. I'm going to see more of you this summer on this floor, right?
Absolutely.
I'm going to see some of your guys at the live period.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be here for sure.
All right. Well, we enjoy having you. Thanks for being here. We are the DMV Hoops Podcast. He is Andre Hunter, and we will see you next time. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Featuring Adam Crain. Thanks for listening.